Dear viewers, what an honor and a privilege it is to have you back by our side. On today's episode of GTA Geographic, we're looking at one of the last creatures. Yes, dear viewers, the show is coming to a close. However, if you'd really like to see the season 2 of the series, then please let us know by simply leaving a like on the video and a comment. It lets us know that you are indeed interested in watching the videos. As always, lean back in your chair, place a glass of gin and tonic on the palm of your hand, and caress it with your other hand. Just seconds before you whisper Charles, please turn on the television so I can watch GTA Geographic once more. As he turns on the TV, give him a gentle nod of approval and enjoy, of course, by the fire. Today on GTA Geographic, we will be taking a look at the Collector. A very interesting creature. A billionaire who owns half of Los Santos. Some through glitches, some through grinding, and sometimes through the darkest of ways to obtain money. They are out there to buy everything that Los Santos has to offer. The Collector is a creature with a dark background. And with the millions he has spent, he has shaped Los Santos into the city we see today. Dear viewers, this is the Collector. The Collector is an evolution of the grinder, glitcher, or modder. The main difference between a collector and a grinder is that the Collector does not care where the money goes. It just has to keep rolling, and the Collector desires to own everything. From the most useless things the game has to offer to actual useful items. The racer would lose its mind to look at the garage of the Collector. The Collector knows but two states of mind. It's either in show-off mode, where it's eager to either invite people to show off all of his belongings, or it just shows up in its newly obtained vehicle, and when he's not in show-off mode, he's in buy mode. This does not often happen, but as soon as a DLC hits, the Collector goes insane. It quickly gets on its phone and is eager to obtain every vehicle, property, and weapon that is released. It doesn't care for the money or cost. It needs to have everything. And everything needs to be pristine. It doesn't settle for B-list locations or cheap upgrades. Yes, the Collector reminds everybody of that rich kid in Dubai who is being chauffeured around in a gold-plated helicopter. A lot of people wonder how. How on earth does the Collector afford all of these things? Well, dear viewer, there are a multitude of answers to this. The first and most common one, the Collector's daytime job is being a glitcher or even a modder. Secondly, the Collector may be a grinder in disguise. And third, is a disgusting way to make money. Dear viewers, the Collector, harmless as he is on the streets of Los Santos, is in its own way the most dangerous creature out there. Its crazed greed around DLC days often led him to buy a shark card, just so the Collector can feed his craving for the latest and most pristine belongings. But the shark cards he obtains led the creator Rockstar Games to increase prices of in-game items and led to more and more destructive weaponry. Some argue every time you get killed by a Deluxo, every time you get killed by a 50 megaton nuclear blast from the orbital cannon, the Collector indirectly pulled the trigger. The trigger of capitalism. But not all collectors are like this. No, not at all, dear viewers. Some do not give in to the wicked ways of the creator and obtain their cash through endless hours of grinding or by simply glitching and modding. I do hope you enjoyed today's episode of GTA Geographic Humanity. We have 2 more creatures to cover before we end Humanity. If you wish to see the series continue, please support the series by leaving a like and sharing with your friends. Now, it's time for comments by the fire. But before we do so, a special thank you to the sponsors. Thank you Jai Canal for joining the ranks of the supporters. An endless supply of gin and tonics are right over there by the fire. Also a big thank you to all the old sponsors as well. May your fire be forever burning and the thirst for gin and tonics be quenched. And now, comments by the fire. Our first comment is from Daishi, who said, "Wait a minute, this isn't Pyre Realm." Yes, that is very true, you must have found your way here by mistake. I do hope you enjoyed what your eyes have just feasted upon. Next we have a comment from Good Human Be Happy, who said, "You keep regurgitating the same stuff." all you're doing is repeating the squeaker, the tryhard and the racer again and again. Thank you for bringing this to attention in the GTA 5 cruise video comments section, though I must inform you there is a video on the glitcher, the griefer, the YouTuber, the roleplayer, the grinder, the NPC, the hero, the bounty hunter and the bad sports lobby players, just to name a few. I'm sure if you put your finger to work, you would find more species being featured than what you said. And our final comment for today comes from Mix, who asked, if National Geographic offered you a job, would you take it? Would I travel around the world, visit sharks, venomous snakes and spiders, crocodiles and the likes? Absolutely not. We only examine the most dangerous species here on GTA Geographic. The creatures they feature are far too tame for our show. And that's it for another episode. Please be sure to vigorously stroke that like button and share the episode with your friends. Be safe in your travels around Los Santos, and take care, dear viewers.